Ladies and gentlemen, the last game in the Continental Cup Finals 2020 between Nottingham Panthers and Neman Grodno. Keeper for Neman Grodno is player number 4, Alexis Balon, representing Vojens Hockey, 12 Harald Matsky, 15 Roman Malinowski, 17 Anton Gerdyshenko, 18 Nikolai Susko, 28 Martin Kistny, 29 Igor Vojens, 33 Yegor Stepanov, 38 Sergei Malyakov, 41 Maxim Goretsky, 55 SønderjyskE, 61 Arthur Safilov, 71 Timo Heltman, 74 Arthur Nesha, 77 Ite Friskin, 79 Italy Tus, 89 Victor Turkin, 90 Nikita Leletov, 95 Natalie Neman, and player number 97 Anton Christianov. Nottingham Panthers. Number 1, Jackson Whistle. Number 2, Daniel Feeney. 7, Robert Vojens. Number 9, Brad Pelini. 14, Robert Kelso. 17, Dylan Landquist. 19, George Glokos. Number 20, Mark Anderson. 21, Jake Hansen. 24, Ryan Howard. 25, Joseph Hitler. 27, Brian Canelli. 28, Ishiro Levine. 37, Kevin Carr. 41, Samuel Ham. 48, Julian Talbot. 74, Oliver Bedrich. And 88, Jonathan Mayo. Og tusind tak til Vojens Klub.
Hi from Denmark, everybody. We're back in action, but sadly for the silver medal game, not the gold medal game. Guy Doucet and Gary Moran with you. Team news straight off the bat. Jackson Whistle starts in nets. No DeSantis, no Bulmer. To be honest, Brett Bulmer shouldn't have played the rest of the first game. He got hurt very early on. Played through the pain barrier. DeSantis got hit with the puck in the game yesterday. That so dramatic game. We may not be able to get a gold medal and get a Champions Hockey League place, Guy, but I think we've played our part in the most exciting game of the year so far.
Yeah, that was a crazy game yesterday. And it's unfortunate that this game is not for the gold medal right now, but I think we'll deal with it.
All right, well, this afternoon, the hosts, SønderjyskE, secured a 3-1 victory against the Polish tide. The Polish side did their best to help us. They needed to get a point off them to make this a gold medal game. Didn't happen. To be honest, we didn't really think the Poles were good enough to do that. We wished them well. We helped them behind us. I think Goody's sharpened about 10 of their pairs of skates.
Yeah.
But the Belarusians had a gilt-edged chance to do themselves and us a favour yesterday. So disappointed sitting up in the stands watching them. 3-on-3, 4-on-4 overtime, and they're chipping the wall, not hanging on to possession and what have you. A little bit. I thought that was a schoolboy error on their part. So we're in a silver medal game today, not a gold medal game. Hope you've been enjoying the coverage. I hope it's not as heart-wrenching and heart-stopping as yesterday in our Have a Heart season. Don't forget the boys' homecoming game is on Thursday at home to Glasgow. I'm hearing tell Sheffield have come from 3-1 down to lead in that one, 5-3 at home. That was another favour we needed from another team. But it's the Elite League from Thursday. It's our dress up as a movie star night. The best dressed fan, according to Pause, will get Sam Hare's golden shirt from here, Oscar coloured. And all the other shirts, all the other gold Continental Cup shirts will be prizes in the shirt off his back raffle, and it's still only a £1 a ticket. Buy one. You've got 20 odd more chances to one of winning than you have in a normal one. So here we're going to go. We've got referees from Norway and Switzerland and linesmen from Denmark and Austria. The last game of the 2020 Continental Cup final. Panthers win the first draw of the game. Julian Tolbert with it. Matheson gets it down the ice. One-handed poke check from Brendan Connolly. Oh, he'll be so mad at me for that little slip. Ryan Connolly. And Panthers keep it in the zone through Matheson. Sends it all the way round. Brett Polini wins it, turns it inside. Not in a good enough position for Julian Tolbert to get the one-timer away. George Golovkovs can't get it, and he's Brian Connolly with the puck. And we've gone D to D, and the forwards are changing behind the plate. Connolly makes some room for himself, gets it into the zone. Panthers onside. Captain has his pocket picked, and Dylan Malmquist tries to rub his man out, and a linesman, and frees the puck up. Good job. Turned into the corner, Panthers have it. Matheson spins and turns. He's got a chance to get off the ice now. He's been on since the start. He stays on. Wait. Yes, they're swapping behind the play. And Sam Hare off her opponent's stick. It goes straight into the crowd. And a Nottingham fan catches it in the corner. A souvenir from the land of Hans Christian Andersen. 67 seconds gone, first period. Disappointed, isn't it? It's gone flat, hasn't it, on us? We're not as bubbly as we've been all week.
It's disappointing. It's hard to really grasp what just happened in the game before this one.
The Poles were driving. Even former Panther Marek Tivridin was apologetic afterwards. That'll be an icing whistle against the Belarusians. They're approaching this side, the Neman Grodno side, in overtime. It's like, no, your teammates are changing on the fly. Don't throw it down the ice and give the puck away. hang on to it, take it back, skate back out of the zone with it.
Yeah, I think as much as we were disappointed to drop that point in the shootout on Friday night, I think they'll be even more disappointed with their performance yesterday.
Poke check gets a guy right in front and he backhands it over the shoulder of Jackson Whistle. And the Belarusians have taken the lead, not the fairy tale start we wanted in Denmark. 1:31 gone. The 2D came together to try and get it and kind of made it. It wasn't one, it wasn't the others. It was between two players, and the Russians capitalise and take the lead against the gold-shirted Nottingham Panthers, and their fans are celebrating early, and our fans are stunned into silence to the right. Our fans have been brilliant in numbers. Few more came to this one than came in November to the last round. They've done the club proud, as they always do. Pokchek takes it away from Go Johnny Rowe. 28 opening the scoring for the Belarusians. Here's John Rowe. Brian Connolly keeps possession with Mark Matheson. Well, the soft tip into the zone didn't work. Panthers have a chance to pick it up. The 2D combine. Mark Matheson has a chance to clear, gives it back to his D partner. Connolly sends it down the left wing. Jordan Kelsall going to get some ice time tonight with the absentees. Panthers fans to our right have got the flag poised, ready for the equaliser, should it come our way. Malmquist gets away with it and gets the pass to Sam Herr. Sam Herr to Hansen. Sam Herr tips it. Wasn't a million miles away. Sam Herr sticks his stick out, gets it to the front. Dylan Malmquist can't spin and get the backhand shot away. Josh Tetlow gets a long range one. Nothing wrong with that. You never know what's going to happen when you throw it on net. 16:28 to go, first period. Panthers trail by a goal to nil. The silver medal in this year's final goes to the winner of this game. That could have gone anywhere, but Jackson Whistle's pad was in its way in the end. When Kisley tried to get the puck into the net, and now he's played a part in getting it back to the D, and they try to throw it to the middle. That'll be icing.
Icing.
This place was rocking about 60 minutes ago.
Yeah, it went quiet now. Most of the Danish fans probably are partying in the fan zone or went home after their team win.
Yeah, the car park was a big stream of red lights going home, but they looked like they were taunting us because they all looked like they were smiling at us. Danny Fick gets rubbed out on the boards, and the Belarusians get a chance to clear it. Stick from Brian Connolly sends that up in the air into the netting. Just over 4 minutes gone, and the Russians have that early lead from the backhand shot over Jackson Whistle's shoulder. Russians get the shot back, pad save, there was a rebound, Panthers react quickest to it. Stickin gets it away, here's George Golovkovs. The Ukrainian trying to bamboozle the Belarusians. And they have it though, and they've lobbed it through the middle, tries to glove it. They decide that's not icing. That falls kindly. Brett Pelini has a look into the zone. And across, George Golovkovs couldn't fashion his body into the right shape to put that shot on target, but he took the shot. Danny Fick gets slashed for his trouble there, but he was doing a good job. Panthers come through the middle chain as well. Matheson's shot off the backboards. Golovkovs keeps it alive in the attack zone. Horvat and Matheson trying to win it in the corner for the Panthers. The Russians come out with it. Lakovic tries to get his stick in the way, can't, and the Russians get it down the right wing. They've got a man in the middle channel. They tried to bring it towards the net, feed the back post, nobody at home. Panthers get a chance to clear. Horvat, right wing. Backhands it towards the net. Goalie covers up, whistle comes late. Horvat's got a defenseman right in his face. Nothing will come from that. Injury news, DeSantis and Brett Bulmer and Kevin Carr. Kevin Carr's carrying a little bit of a knock, that's why Jackson Whistle started. Big league game coming up on Thursday. Carr should be okay for Thursday. The other two going to take longer, I think. Yeah, we don't really know yet. We're still waiting for some details and some updates on Brett and Jason. Hopefully they won't be out of the lineup for too long. Kevin should be okay for Thursday anyways, that's the plan. And also we'll be making it a priority anxiously to find out how Adam Deutsch is doing when we get back. He was left at home. I think the phrase for Kevin Carr tonight is load management. Yeah. That's what they call it in basketball. Snapshot from Ollie Betteridge. You know we call him Ollie from Ockbrook. He asked me about 3 weeks ago, where's Ockbrook? I said, it's where you were born. He said, I've never heard of it. I said, you have secret. He was pulling my leg. Panthers work it, trying to work it to the middle. It's picked off at point. Brian Connolly can't get to it. Danny Fick can. So consistent, Danny Fick, and tries so hard every shift. Yeah. Connolly makes some room, goes one way, goes the other, twists and turns, gets it in, gives it to Malmquist to the front, sticking from Jake Hansen. Probably our best forward this tournament. Has to flick it, didn't get enough on it. Now it's a one-on-one. Jackson Whistle gets a piece of it. And the aforementioned Danny Fick makes some room for himself, calms things down. We change on the fly, the Russians change on the fly, and everyone gets some more out. I'm not quite sure what he's calling. I think he's calling a high stick on Sam. I didn't really notice it, but he went to Sam to see if he was okay. A stick on them though. High stick on them when Sam was rushing. Sam. Sorry, I'm so intense in keeping my eyes on the Nottingham players. I didn't see anything untoward. So a power play opportunity for the Panthers to get right back in this silver medal game. 12:40 gone. Well, we so hope this game would have intense opportunities. And intensity from start to finish. Yeah, it's a bit more quiet now that this game is not for the gold medal. Hansen rebound over the bar. Now it's a 2-on-1 breakaway, short under the other way, it's a cross, he reaches, he gets it, Jackson Whistle slams the stable door. Captain Sam Herr and Jake Hansen so nearly combined there, but we managed to flick it over the bar. Perhaps should have shot it a bit lower. Yeah. Mark Matheson through traffic, pad save, chance to clear, they're going to take it. They're good at this, they're so well drilled. Yeah, it's a very systematic, very well coached team. We saw it yesterday and on Friday too. But not as much flair and imagination. No. When they had the opportunity to take it to the home side here, who've gone on to win the Continental Cup and a place in the Champions Hockey League. Dropped off for Danny Fitt. I no disrespect to Danny, but you know, you'd want DeSantis perhaps and Bulmer on the power play units.
Yeah, it's giving chances to other guys that don't really get a shot on the power play.
Throws it, hit the post, or did it go in? They're saying it didn't go in. We might see a video review of that.
I think he hit the side of the net from here.
John Rowe on net, keeper doesn't see it till late. Oh, George takes the pass when he could have taken the shot. 1-on-1. Jackson Whistle makes another save. It's not bad on these 1-on-1s.
Yeah.
Power play's over. 2 grade A's as they call them these days. I'm not sure I like that phrase, grade A chances.
Yeah, because there's no grade B chances.
Yeah. You know, you're either pregnant or you're not. It's either a chance or it isn't. Oh. Nottingham's own Ollie Bettridge there, spanning himself into trouble. Puck's got all the way down the ice though. We're more than halfway through the first period.
Pretty good power play though from us, and
big hit from Guy Le Pen. Sorry, Guy.
No, it was good. Yesterday we scored 2 power play goals to tie it up, and now we had a few chances on the power play. So it's good that we can actually work on these things this weekend.
Well, when you've got some injuries, you get different guys, as we were intimating, on the power play. Penalty coming in against us. I've no idea who he's going to call there.
Looks like it's Ryan, but I don't know what he saw.
Got a penalty for either boarding or roughing. Comes at 10:39. Yeah, roughing's the call. So it's the Belarusian team, Neman, Grodno, currently leading their table with 18 wins in 28 games, plus 2 in overtime, so 20 wins in 28 in total.
Player number 24, Holland, 2 minutes roughing.
Panthers force it down the ice. It hits the Belarusian stick. Julian Talbot can't stop the clearance. They have it, but they're at the right end of the ice, 300 feet from Jackson Whistle. Here they come now. Jordan Kelsel was on shift. 5-on-5, stays on the first penalty kill unit. 30 seconds of the power play gone. Big shot, half blocked. Second shot comes in, glove save. Kisley, Artyom Kisley, the 30-year-old, born in Belarus, plays for the Belarusian champions and leaders. They're playing one of Guy Doucet's favourite songs of all time in the background. He's desperately put his hands in his pockets so he isn't seen dancing along to the Birdie song. It's no good standing there shaking your head. We know this is one of your favourites. I've seen you play a profile from 19 Get Out and Push when you played in Glasgow. Panthers short-handed for another 85 seconds. The Belarusians trying to find a way through. Guy Lepin at the back trying to marshal the troops. Comes forward, makes himself big, and he's a big man anyway. Right to the front, they got the tip, they got it on target. Jackson Whistle reacted, Guy Lepin stretches in, and the whole unit gets to rest those tired legs. 45 seconds to go on the power play for the Belarusians. Penalty kill for the Nottingham Panthers. Bounces over a stick, they're all offside anyway, but Panthers have the puck. Brian Connolly, no need for that, son, no need for the soft ploy. Give it a belt, whack it down the ice. Well, that guy, 97, is so big, he picked it out of the air. Grishanov. He's only 23 years of age. He's bigger than Tets.
He's a pretty good skater too for his size. I noticed him yesterday when they were playing Denmark.
At the back door, he tries to work his way around. Jackson Whistle's back in position now. He was out of position for the initial play, but the stick handling let them down. We're back to full strength. Horvat's on the ice. Panthers have the puck. Brian Connolly gives it away again. Right in the slot area, sticks come in to stop him. Oh, that's a dive. What a dive. Little bit of pressure down on the stick, and this referee gives slashing.
Yeah, there was an initial tap on the stick, but I thought Brian was just hard and...
Oh, the guy put his laces together and threw his legs back.
Two-minute penalty. Nottingham Panthers player number 24, Ryan Howard.
So it's more power play for the Belarusians. Well, they moved it around the top of the umbrella better this time. The shot's off target though.
Yeah, that's their top unit. They have a few skilled forward on that unit.
Set has a little rub on the boards, crashes into another one, single-handedly trying to kill some time on this penalty. Danny Fick backhands it nicely to newly christened Bert Lakovitz. If you missed it yesterday, we've got a screenshot for the big scoreboard in Nottingham, some of the player IDs. We've never been able to use it because they missed the RO off the beginning of Robert's name, and it became Bert Lakovitz. But we kind of grown to it over the weekend. We might start using it. Brian Connolly gets a piece of his man. We get it round the boards. They pick it off at the point. They send it back in deep. Three of them in that left-hand corner. Panthers get a chance. And they've cleared it. Three of them on one. Backhand, backhand, backhand. Oh, the Russians got back quick. It was a 3-on-1 momentarily, and next minute it was 4-on-3 to them. Oh, one of the Russians has enraged the Nottingham Panthers fans down to our right by moaning at the referee. Someone's got a penalty. Panthers for holding. This'll bite us where we don't want to be bitten. 5:20 to go.
Yeah, that's what cost us the first game, in my opinion, on Friday. We spent the whole second period getting penalties. So if we get in that same kind of rhythm here, it's going to be hard to win this game.
We're also a little short on bodies, Gig.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy.
So we need to be playing 5-on-5 because we're short on bodies. And because we're a bit tired, the guys are getting involved in some holding, some hooking, some slashing. They're not taking that last stride. They're trying to hitch a ride. This guy plays half his hockey in the KHL and half of it with the Belarusians. 17 games in the KHL, 20 with Neman Grodno. Block shot, good job. And Panthers forced it out of the zone, really good job.
4 players.
So we get one guy back. Only a short 5-on-3, they didn't do anything with it. Oh, he's all on his own, through the 5-hole, off the backhand, scored by 15, Roman Malinovsky, and on the power play, the 28-year-old has made it 2-0 to the opponents, chasing the silver medal, and it comes at 15-10.
Yeah, bad change there. When Ryan got out of the box, there was a bit of confusion and then caused an unmanned rush.
Scored by player number 15, Roman Malinovsky.
Well, we've come back from behind. We don't want to in this one, but we'll have to.
Team Nottingham Panthers playing at full strength.
Well, we got back to 5-on-5 hockey, but not the way we wanted to. Young Josh Tetlow's pass wasn't a great one. and it's led to some more pressure on us. It's run round the shelf and dropped off for Danny Fick. He's giving it out to Jake Hansen. Jake Hansen has a luck, has to go across to Tetlow, and then picks up the return pass. Stick handles his way round and in. They're lining 4 up across the blue line, waiting for us. Panthers try to lob it forward. They pick it off, they bring it out. And then they just lob it down the ice and give it away and get fresh legs on the ice. Oh, nice pass under the stick. Dylan Malmquist backhands it in low. And gets a piece of it, gets it back to Sam Herr. Sam Herr twists and turns in the corner. Brings it out. Tries to backhand it forward for him to go and get it himself. Couldn't, and they brought it forward. And they're offside now.
Offside.
They don't need a lot of contact to go down, do they? Give them a dirty look and they're going to fall over.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different style of hockey that we've been playing this weekend, the first 2 games.
They also have a very intense warm-up session with the trainer. You know, holding arms and spinning round. It's parts of it are dance-like.
Yeah, even
line
the
dancing
warm-up was a bit unorthodox.
Yeah, a bit like a robot. Brian Connolly lobs it forward. George Golovkov. Oh, he did well, the defenseman, the KHL guy, because he got something on it and it just deflected it from its true trajectory, which meant it didn't land for George on the little sprint forward. Panthers trying to build some pressure out of the corner, down to our far right. George Golovkov works his way out. They're going to get one for clobbering Julian Tolbert in front of the crease. Somehow he's called it holding.
I think that was on George on the...
Oh, was it George?
Yeah.
No,
it was George on the wall, I think.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I thought he was giving it for the clobbering to get Julian out of the... just in front of the blue paint. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Well done. Your eyes are a lot younger than mine. And it was holding on George on the wall, not the clobbering of Julian in front. Well, we win the draw, but it splits the D and comes out to our end. We're in the last 3 minutes of the first period and we're trailing by 2 goals. Brian Connolly carries it forward. Puts the brakes on at point, tries to send it across. Squirts outside to neutralise, and we have to go back, regroup the wagons and send the wagon train forward again. Sam Herr, 2 late goals in the drama game. He's gone over the bench, off our stick. Should be neutralised face-off. Clearly very important to the Belarusian bench, because 3 out of 4 coaches all pointed to where the face-off should be, as did the linesman, and the Panthers were going there anyway. But it's nice to make sure.
Making sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's got caught in Brian's skates again, but this time he's dug it out. Jake Hansen out to the left wing. Brian loses an edge again. Oh, nice work by Jake Hansen. Connolly tries to stick handle it along the blue line, and obviously it came just out. All of it came out, and there was white paint between the puck and the blue line. 2 minutes exactly to go, first period, and 2-0 the score. Sadly not to the Panthers. George Golovkov dishes it to John Rowe. Danny Fick looked like he'd lost control, stretched and kept it. Brett Pellini. Malmquist in the slot area, looking for a one-timer. Golovkov, Danny Fick, big shot, rebound. It's loose. Panthers go to dig for it and they win it. Oh, George Golovkov took it in, had an opportunity. The top of the letter was available. We hit the outside of the post, they rim it and send it down the ice. Just 20 seconds left on the power play. Polini out to the left wing. Golovkov's double teamed. They've stolen it. They're bringing it forward 2-on-2, but now they're making it 3-on-2.
1 minute.
Jackson Whistle has to make a save. Big rebound, but it bounces nicely for us. They've got their man back, but we've got the puck in the attack zone. Malmqvist has to use the boards to get it in deep. Good read by Mark Matheson. He goes in there. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players on the boards. Not an elbow or a butt end in sight. So he had a flashback. Lakovic tries to win it. It's come round the boards. Matheson's trying to keep possession for Nottingham. He's got 3 Belarusians fishing on him. Ollie Bettridge tries to throw it towards the danger area, but it's off target. Last 5 seconds. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Jackson Whistle gloves it. The hooter goes. The first period ends 2-0. Coach Tim Wallace has the bigger task to do in the locker room. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. This is the silver medal game. The hosts, SønderjyskE from Denmark, are the Continental Cup champions, but who'll get silver and who'll get bronze? 40 minutes of hockey to decide that. At the moment, the Belarusians have got one hand on the bronze medals. We'll be back shortly, folks.
Lige nærmest.
Og russerne her med en stor chance her.
Kæmpe godt.
1-0 til Grodno her. Lidt.
Lige nærmest.
Og russerne her med en stor chance her.
Kæmpe godt.
1-0 til Grodno her. Lidt. Stor chance her. Sæt på styringen helt foran. Kom meget bedre med her de seneste par minutter. Begyndte at spille pukken og flytte pukken meget hurtigere. Så går det den modsatte vej her. En af de her i powerplay. Kører vejen skyder. Overplacerer sig. Nu skal de passe på Nottingham, at det ikke går ud over dem selv her. I liga, hvor der er flere tidligere spillere, altså også er lidt høje. Så går det den anden vej her. Vi gerne flyttet pukken over. Skud for 91'eren her. God retur her. God pukomgang af lækkert træk her af 74'er.
De fik den forstyrret så meget, at de i hvert fald...
Du skal passe på her.
Og så er det. De fik den forstyrret så meget, at de i hvert fald...
Du skal passe på her.
Og så er det. Skift på skift.
Lad os se, hvad Nottingham her kan komme frem til. Tæt på at...
Well, yeah, I mean, still second place, right? But I'm just trying to grow. This is what we do for a living, so I mean, yeah, it's tough, obviously, when we can't get the goal, but yeah, you just gotta play. That's what we do, so grow up and try to win. What's the final? Just go forward? Is it still or still play defense? No, we got to start attacking. Yeah, I mean, we made some mistakes and we got 2-0, so eliminate those with the 0-0 game. I mean, obviously, I don't think we played that. I thought we got to work a little bit, but yeah, we just get in the attack mode and control the puck. Thank you.
All right, so I'm coming out of a pretty tough first period. How do you see the game?
Yeah, I mean, it was sloppy on our part. Regardless of getting outplayed, the 2 goals that we let up were just mistakes on our end. Not having a high guy and then a bad change, and the result in 2-0 their way. So, yeah, just got to be better.
How do you motivate yourself going into this game, playing for second place?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's still second place, right? But, no, you just got to be a pro. You know, this is what we do for a living, so... I mean, yeah, it's tough, obviously, knowing that you can't get the gold, but, yeah, you just got to play. It's what we do, so, you know, grow up and try to get a win.
What's the plan now? Just go all forward? Is it still, or just still play defense?
No, I mean, we got to start attacking. Yeah, I mean, mental mistakes, and we're down 2-0, so eliminate those. It's a 0-0 game. I mean, obviously, I don't think we
Hi folks, we're back here at the Vojens Arena. We're waiting for the Belarusians to come out. They're leading by 2-0. What's the matter with them? Why don't they want to get on with it?
I don't know, they still have a minute 32 to get on the ice. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. And they won't drop the puck for 90 seconds because the referees are under orders to go with the clock.
Yeah.
5-on-5, what do you think Tim will have been telling the boys?
I think Sam's interview pretty much summed it up. I don't know if you guys heard it at home, but it was a bit of two stupid individual mistake, that a bad change and a bad mistake that caused those 2 goals. I think Tim is probably telling them that if we play 5-on-5 and we manage to get a little bit of ozone possession and a little bit of rhythm, we'll be okay, and we'll get some scoring chances. We've been creating scoring chances all weekend long, all season long, so that's not an issue for us. But obviously when we take penalties and when we chase the game, it makes it a little bit harder.
We've been building mountains all tournament and then climbing them.
Yeah.
I mean, that was tremendous yesterday. Unbelievable.
Great pushback yesterday. Unfortunately, it was a little bit for nothing when we saw the result of this afternoon's game.
Yeah. Kept it alive for another 15 hours or so. Well, we got 40 minutes to go tonight, and the winner gets the silver medal. Julian with 2 L's to take the draw. Goes down on his knees, but the Russians come in and they take possession. So important winning the draw, especially in these tournaments. It's tipped, so there'll be no icing. Brian Connolly goes back, gets it, spins round. Julian sends it out. George Golovkov steps inside, does pull the trigger. Oh, it's tried to be thrown out to Mark Matheson at point, but it's picked off. The goal scorer sends it out. Wish doesn't have to worry about that one. It's come all the way round. George has it, slams the brakes on to make some room. Stick handles past 2s, past 3. Looks for the pass, there wasn't one on. Button hook, sends it back to Connolly. Connolly throws it. There's a tip, it bounces. It was on its end. The Belarusians get it forward. Long range effort dealt with by Jackson Whistle. His former team came from 3-1 down to win in the Elite League back home tonight, 7-3. So just as the Poles didn't do us a favour this afternoon, and I can't see anyone doing us a favour back home tonight.
No, that's okay though.
Although a Guildford win, I think that would be a good result for us back home. But we'll just have to wait and see. Panthers get it across, but Malmquist shows poor soccer ball skills off his skates. The pass wasn't good though. Now we get a chance again. Captain Sam Herr bursts down the left, goes into the corner, gets enough on the puck to keep possession, stops, sends it round the back. Malmquist reads it late, but his little touch allowed it to go through to Jake Hansen. Hansen sends it back. Malmquist misread that one. Another nice clean hit. And another Russian has a go at Gila Pin down below us. Not a bright move. The Russian came over and got right in Leppy's face. Leppy pushed him away. And Leppy's got the penalty. He's incensed. 2 minutes for roughing, but the point is, it was a clean hit. The referee said it was a clean hit. The Russian came over and mouthed off, and then came right into his face.
Yeah,
has to be at the very least interference.
He came right up, kind of to defend his teammates, but
laudable from the second Russian in, but he can't get away with it.
Yeah.
The guys in the black and white stripes are supposed to police it. Now we're on the kill again. Oh, we've backhanded it out through traffic. Jackson Wilson saw it late and did well. I just get the feeling the Belarusians are moving their feet more than us.
Yeah, we're playing with aggression a little bit more in the second period, but they seem to have a little bit more speed going right now.
Well, that one looped up, looked as though it was going to drop in. They're doing it again. Well, it's a tactic, isn't it? Get right in our faces, and then when we react to it, run away and say it wasn't me, ref, and the refs could fall for it. Have to learn from Leppy's. I don't want to call it a mistake or error.
No, it was a.
You got to stick up for yourself, but. In this tournament, it's not going to help us when we're chasing a 2-0 scoreline. Got a quick question for you when we get out of this to the next whistle. How about the guy that's just won the draw for us, Bert Lakovitz? He's got the puck now, brings it forward, over the blue line. Slap on the stick, loses possession. Goal scorer brings it forward. Panthers try to rim it, but they're waiting for it, and they keep possession. Oh, bad pass. Panthers throw it forward. Ollie tries to stick handle past his man, tries to use his speed. The KHL defenseman sees to him. We're halfway through the penalty kill, 17:20 to go in the second period. With Leppy in the box, Josh Tetlow's going to have a job to do on this penalty kill. He's out there now for the Panthers. They've worked it left wing, they've sent it back left wing. Ryan Horvath was trying to get out to the puck there, and 71 got right in his way. One of the Finns for the Belarusians, Hiltunen, right under the nose of the referee. Not a hint of an interference call coming on it. Mark Matheson falls down but keeps possession of the puck for us. We're getting Lepine back. Panthers in numbers, bring it forward. Jake Hansen spins and shoots. It hits the Finn's leg, Hiltunen. He was reluctant to go and get that. Matheson to Connolly. Connolly gets it across D to D, and it comes back out to Jake Hansen, sticked upstairs. Sam Herr's got a penalty.
Yeah, he's calling high stick on Sam. I was looking at the book. I didn't really see what happened.
Well, the player hasn't gone down for the high stick.
No, that's the block shot. That's why he's down.
Ollie Bettridge trying to get some sense out of the referee. I don't know if it's the German or the Swiss referee. 16:05 to go. Panthers going to have more penalty kill duty to do.
I like that we're playing hard and we're playing with aggression, Gary, but obviously if we keep taking penalties like this, we're probably not going to get back into this game.
Guy Lepin's just had a long chat with the referee who gave him 2 for roughing, saying he came at me. Now Tim Wallace wants some clarification. I love the fact that a linesman has to go over as a wingman for the referee every time. Julian Talbot and Robert Lakovitz come out to join the D. They had a little conversation on the way who's taking the draw. There's no question. Julian with 2 L's is going to take the draw. Panthers have it. And Bert from Beeston gets it all the way down to Truss, who's played all 3 games for the Belarusians in this tournament. KHL, stroke, Neman, Grodno, defenseman, cruised into the zone there. He's got it again here. He wears 77. He won't be allowed to in Nottingham. It's retired. His team won tonight, I think in overtime in Germany. Danny Fick joins the rush, gets it all the way down, and we get a chance to change bodies. Get a piece of it, we get another piece. The stretching Mark Matheson couldn't get it out of the zone, but what a great little play by Ryan. Was it Ryan Horvath?
It was.
Yeah. Remember these gold jerseys, every one of them up for grabs on Thursday when we play Glasgow in the league in the homecoming game. And whether it's silver or whether it's bronze, they've worked hard.
Yeah, the guys are still working hard. There's obviously a little less emotion, a little less maybe urgency, but the guys are still working hard today.
2 block shots there. Send it to the back post looking for the tip, don't get it. Last 20 odd seconds of the power play. Big shot comes in, Jackson Whistle goes down. It's in the bread basket. He covers up, 21 seconds to go on the penalty to Sam Herr. Yeah, they've worked hard. So if you can get down on Thursday, it's Glasgow. It'll be a good league game in the Elite League. It's movie night. Who's your all-time favourite movie character, Guy?
Oh boy.
I know who I think you remind me of.
Who?
Clint Eastwood in Paint Your Wagon.
I haven't seen Paint Your Wagon.
Are you any good at singing?
Nope.
Oh, it was a big film, big musical cowboy film in 1969.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
In fact, together, side by side, I could do Lee Marvin and you can be Clint Eastwood.
If you say so, Gary.
Team Nottingham Panthers, please.
Sam's out of the box. Air Force One is back on the ice. That was in a movie. No, don't go down there because I'll just start using that was a Titanic hit. You know, Captain Marvel. You know, Iron Man. No, stop it. Stop it now. We don't want all the movie cliches. I promise. Dress up as your movie star favourite. You can win Sam Herr's shirt. The rest are in the shirt raffle. Here comes Dylan Malmquist. Panthers road trip. Loses possession. Gets it back. He's a chance. Jake Hansen. Back of the net. Just under the crossbar.
Great shot. Great play by this line again. They come up big when we need them.
Now that road trip ended successfully. Stop it. Top shelf finish for Jake Hansen. 2-1 scoreline now to the Russians, the Belarusians. 26-38.
Player number 21, Jake Hansen, assisted by player number 41, Samuel Hare.
And Air Force One got the assist. Tetlow up the right wing, we shuffle it further forward. Now, how will the Belarusians react to this? Back door all on his own! Jackson Whistle stops it, puts the big glove down between his legs and says, that one's mine. Well, there weren't his mistakes that led to the 2 goals. He probably wanted the shoe shots back, because he'll think he could have done better, the 5-0 and the soft backhand upstairs. He has made a string of one-on-one saves and some big stops since then.
No, he was big. He was big when we needed him. Obviously, most goalies probably won those goals back, but I thought the first, the breakaway was a really nice place backhand above the shoulder. So
I'm not taking anything away from the forward. I mean, it was one of those floaters, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like when they shoot from point, 19 inches, 18 inches off the ice, not full tilt. That can often lead to a goal, can't it?
Yeah.
John Rowe sends it into the corner. Ollie Bettridge in a battle with 3 Belarusians, does enough to force them to give it away. It nearly falls handily, but it's cleared down the ice by Neman Grodno. They get it to the back door, stick comes in, another stick comes in, goes to the corner, and Panthers get the puck and squirt it across D to D. Even though the first D was John Rowe, 88. Long range shot, blocked up into the corner. Shot came from John Rowe. Panthers got it behind the net. It's Mark Matheson.
I do think it was a high stick. I think Mark doesn't like the reaction from the Belarusian there. He tries to sell it really hard, and I don't know if
well, it's Psycho Suslo.
Yeah.
That's his nickname. In Belarusian, he's known as the Psycho. Sometimes mispronounced as Sicko, but it's Psycho Suslo. As you say, made a meal of it. Now we're on the kill again. Mark Matheson trying to take the game by the scruff of the neck. Wrong end of the ice. Cops 2 minutes for high sticks. It's gone into the Belarusian bench. Several SønderjyskE fans have gone over to stand in amongst our fans. This is the XK8. Well, 97's the big one. 77's the XK8, shall I? Julian Talbot can't get to him. Danny Fick gets a piece of it, but they managed to keep it in. It's gone behind. Referee plays his part. Oh, the big size 13s come in from that huge number 97. Grishanov, Anton Grishanov. He's 23 years of age, and he's bigger than Tetlow.
Yeah, he's big. He plays on the power play. He's a pretty good skater. He's a good solid defenseman for them.
Well, when you're that big and you take a full swing at it, like with a 1 wood, you're going to get a lot of speed on it. It's off the back heel and it comes out to the blue line, but they keep it in. Nikita spent half the season in the KHL and just over half with this side. Panthers thwack it down the ice. There's a nice word, thwack. Not whack it, thwack it. takes it in the skates, shuffles it forward, number 90. Remezov. Nikita backhands it forward. Brian Connolly's lost his stick. Their guy stood on it. Connolly goes and picks it up. Big blast off target. Whistle doesn't have to worry about that one. You couldn't read the names off the name bars on this Belarusian side. They've had the cheek to write them in Belarusian.
Yeah,
they don't even use our letters.
No, even the imports names are.
Good pad save. It's loose. Back door. Jackson Whistle sticks the glove in the air, but it gets a piece of it, and it still trickles in just as Mark Matheson was stepping on the ice. Technically even strength, although he was nowhere near. Just coming up to halfway. It's 3-1. So Panthers get it back to a 1-goal game. Now it's a 2-goal game again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stay out of the box, Gary. I think for some reason we haven't adjusted to this style of officiating. They don't let as much go after the whistle, and maybe when it comes to toughness and roughing, we seem to get into penalty troubles all weekend long.
Brett Pelini couldn't slam the brakes on and get back to the pass out from Tetlow, and the Grodno team have another chance to build from the back. Get some air under it, flick it out. Tetlow lined his man up, the guy saw it coming and shied away from it. Matheson sends it round, Tetlow goes to get it, turns it inside, nice. Brett Pelini turns it inside, nice. And then it was Julian with 2 L's who flicked it out on the backhand to the left wing. Wasn't so nice. They picked it off, but Whistle picks it up and says, I haven't really got that in the right position in the glove to dish it off, so he holds on to it. 30 minutes, 48 seconds gone, still a 2-goal game.
And player number 74, Artem Levchuk.
Dylan Marnquist with the draw. Well, the help came in from Jake Hansen. Gets it out to Sam Herr. Snapshot comes in, it's high. It's come all the way round. Marnquist last man back. They've got incoming. They've got a penalty. That's why there's no Jackson Whistle in your picture. He's gone to the bench. We've got the 6 skaters on. It's no rush, because when the whistle comes we go 5-on-4. Play 6-on-5 for as long as we want to. Brett Pelini gets round the back, puts the brakes on, they get a piece of it. They've played it properly now. The whistle won't go till a team plays the puck with meaning. That's how it was explained to me a long time ago. So Panthers to the power play. We had some power play goals yesterday. In that come from behind victory.
Two penalties. Neman Grodno, player number 17, Anton Yelizhenko for slashing.
Slashing's the call. They try to take it out of the air. Nice pass to Connolly. Oh, I thought that had been tipped down and in. Just wide of the post. Keeper had no chance. Good setup by the Panthers. Not such a good setup. 4 bangs it around, but only as far as point. Panthers do turn it inside. Then they get a chance to clear and it goes all the way down the ice. Alexei Badin. There's a name for you. Alexei Badin. He didn't play in the last round over in Krakow. This is our second visit, of course, to Denmark. And talking strictly off the record, of course, to the IIHF officials, we would have had the final. What difference would home ice advantage have made if we'd had it in a big final like this, but we couldn't. The synchro skaters were on having a practice event for a big tournament later in the season. Their season, not ours. And nothing could be changed from the arena's availability list. We're making room, can't pull the trigger. Sam Hurt out to the left wing to Golevkos. Gets those feet moving, has a look, sees what's on. Little back pass, cross to the far side, big ripper in front, could have gone anywhere, it's gone over the glass.
Again, a couple good chances on the power play. It's good to see the guys moving the puck well. Just need to find a way to get those rebounds and those tips to go on net.
That question I was going to ask you about Bert Lakovitz. At warm-up, he comes to just the top of this circle to our left, just bottom of the screen, middle of the screen, and ends practice with 5 lobs up in the air. What was that all about?
I don't know.
It's a mystery. We'll have to ask him. Yeah, but you're never going to do it in a game in a month of Sundays. Again, George, you had a chance to pull the trigger. Now have a shot, rip it. There you go. Block it upstairs. So we get a face-off in the front, but it was on target.
Yeah.
What did the great number 99 say? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so take a shot. Six and a half minutes to go then, second period. Panthers got it down to a 1-goal spread once already. Let's see if we can do it again. They're getting the man back now through traffic. It's loose in front and it's in on the rebound, and Panthers have reduced it just as they did straight after a penalty finish. We've done the same thing. We've got a 1-goal game.
Good to see Ryan being rewarded for his hard work. I thought he was good all weekend long. Played the body, was physical. He goes to the net there and chips in the rebound. 5-0.
And here's a tidy time check for Annie's Burger Shack. 33-33. Time of the goal. Just as a power play concluded. I'd normally say just as a power play finished, but I've been talking to Ponytail Dan Kerry a lot this weekend. Came out with a line in a match report a couple of weeks ago, this time within the confines of the Sky Dome Arena. I said, when I was a reporter, son, that was at the Sky Dome Arena. Ryan Horvath tries to go around the back of the net. He's in need of an oxygen tank at the moment, Ryan Horvath. He's begged to go off on the fly there. Nice little turn inside by Danny Fick. Flicked forward by the Panthers to Brett Pelini. Brett Pelini sidesteps his man, backhands it. John Rowe tries to do something similar, can't, but he's got a better chance now of bringing it forward. He's tied up in the feet once again. Nice
Clean
big hit.
there, yeah,
Clean,
hit.
absolutely clean it. He's going off. He needs the oxygen tank. Panthers keeping it down in the attack zone. More possession you have in the offensive zone, the better. It's with Mark Matheson. He's tried to do so much for the Panthers this weekend.
He's played 2 games over 30 minutes, 31 minutes and some change on Friday, and probably just as much tomorrow, yesterday and today. So
Julian Talbot with a backhand tip that went just over. Matheson, we're just talking about him, brings it to the front, absolutely nailed from behind into the goal. Guy loses his stick in the hit.
it's also a physical game today, Gary.
It's picked up its intensity. Nikita. It's a song by ABBA, wasn't it, Nikita? Oh, Jackson Whistle's robbed. Shot comes in from Baden. I bet his nickname's Good. Alexei Baden. Gooden. Well, a twist and a turn from Suslo. Got it to the front, but Panthers read it better than the Belarusians. They've got the puck deep in their own territory now. It's up in the air, pulled down.
No
Referee says no, high stick. Dentist Andy Dale was convinced. He'd have blown the whistle. Well, tipped by the Belarusians, so backdoor goal for the Panthers. We're tied at 3 apiece. Great job by the Panthers. The tip from the Belarusians meant the icing whistle was waved off. Good work by Bert Lakovitz across to the back door and rammed into the back of the net.
Well worked, yeah, really well worked goal there.
Air Force One has landed.
Yes. Gary, I think if we could have avoided the penalty box this weekend, we would have had a very difficult game today.
And we probably would have if we played at home.
Yeah, that too. That Friday night game really felt like a road game.
Yeah, and one of the things that happens here, it's their way, it's their culture, this is how they do it. They clap a lot, they're led by their drummers, but if you touch a SønderjyskE player, if a player in light blue, or as they like to call it, baby blue, goes down, that's their words, not mine, the whole crowd goes, hey!
Nottingham Panthers, scored by player number 41.
And the referees will react to that. The refs do react to it. And then we reacted to the referees reacting to it badly. Should have learnt the lesson early doors. But, you know, a lot of rookies involved. Here's Bobby Lakovitz. Shoots, block a save, rebound. Panthers try to keep the pressure on. Horvath got a piece of it. It's gone round the boards. Backhand from Connolly. In the corner, Panthers can't get to it. They've got a chance to clear now. They use the boards. Gielepin couldn't decide whether to try and poke check the puck or put the man into next week. In the end, he got caught between two stalls.
I gotta give a lot of praise to our decor. We've played short pretty much half of this weekend, and the guys are still going in on the forecheck, still going in on the rush. It's not easy.
Have you sent your votes in for the plays of the tournament?
I have.
Are you going to tell us what they were? Now, each team gets to pick, folks. A goalie, a defenseman, and a forward. There was no mention of any restrictions that you couldn't pick your own players if you wanted to. So who did you pick, Guy?
Am I gonna say it?
Yeah, you can say.
Obviously, I went with our guys. I thought I had to give my picks before this game. So myself and the coaching staff decided to go with Jake Hansen as best forward, Kevin Carr as best goalie. And we had a big debate for best D, but we decided to go with Gielepin.
I'd have picked exactly the same three. I think Gielepin's been immense this weekend. They haven't, they've allowed big clean hits and they've applied the rules as it's supposed to be. If you took everything in and time it right, you can check players still in the modern game. Under the new order. And that's exactly what Gielepin has done this weekend.
1 minute remaining on the second period, and 1 minute.
So Panthers have got it back to 3-3. Stick to the side by the trust goalkeeper. In him they trust. In trust they trust. Nice switch across. Panthers by the time. Big shot comes in. Bodies go down. Mark Matheson got something on it. Gets it out to the side. Comes right across. Out the other side. Same player goes and gets it. Finn Hiltonen. He can't get to that one. This is George Golovkov, turns himself into trouble. Hiltonen steals it, sets it up. Oh, shot, the breakage of the stick breaks down the shot.
They seem to happen at the wrong moment every time, those sticks breaking.
If you're wondering, folks, why, and perhaps you're new to ice hockey, in the old days when you played with wood and things like that, and pipes of scaffolding and bamboo, they didn't break.
No.
But then it was a European ruling that for safety purposes, they had to put like poundage breakage points in. So if someone got run from behind, the stick broke before the player's back broke. And that's why the sticks break. There's a high stick in the face for Sam Hurt. 4 officials didn't see it. They might have a discussion. And period's ended. Good comeback. Bounce back ability from the Nottingham Building Society sponsored Nottingham Panthers. Score after 40 minutes. Back where we started. They've got 3. We've got 3. Talk to you soon, folks.
Godt tag deres målmand.
Ja. Så kommer der måske noget her.
Ui! Langt udefra hver gang.
De skyder langt udefra, men det problem lidt er, at de rammer ikke målet. Altså, så der kommer ikke en retur ud igen. Så rammer de godt nok målet her. Oj, så er den der. Oj, fantastisk power. Altså, nu har fået pukken under kontrol. Op her. Stor chance hårdt på dem med de her udvisninger her. Måske et mål her. Så er der kasse her. Træner hårdt på dem med de her udvisninger her. Måske et mål her. Så er der kasse her. Tæt på her, at hviderusserne bryder. God styring herinde foran mål her, nummer 8. Her, Jack Hansen med pukken. Måske for ham, man skal se det næste. Så så er den der. Ja, Jack Hansen med pukken. Måske for ham, man skal se det næste. Så er den der.
All right, coming off of kind of a bad second period, leading the first one 2-0, and now 3-3. What happened?
I don't know. Of course, there's too much penalties still. Like both teams, taking too many penalties, and we need to take it off and just play simple.
Now it's also play for here in the third period. How important is it for you guys to win the second place?
We talk about it before the game, and we want to win this really much. Like the only thing what we can do right now, and of course we want to win.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, and have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're getting ready to go. The Panthers are back on the ice. The Nottingham Building Society sponsored Panthers now playing left to right in their Oscar gold coloured shirts. All up for grabs in the shirt raffle on Thursday when we take on Glasgow domestically in our homecoming game. The refs are on the ice. We're still waiting for Neman Grodno to come back. They're upset because they've given away a 2-goal lead twice in this one. Panthers have again climbed the mountain and we're back on the plateau here in flat Denmark. But the referees won't drop the puck for another 75 seconds anyway. The scoring in this one, they took the lead after about 91 seconds. 15-10 on the power play, they went 2-0 up. Hansen top shelf assisted Sam Herr 26-38. They made it 3-1 again just as a penalty expired, and they've got it to the far side. They shot a diving Jackson whistle, playing because we're load managing number 1 keeper Kevin Carr, got a piece of it but it went in. That restored the 2-goal lead, but Horvat, just as one of our power plays finished and they hadn't got their man back to the play, at the tidiest of time checks, 33-33, made it 2-3, and then great effort by the Panthers, swept up the ice, Lakovic's left wing, threw it to the back door, and Air Force One Sam Herr rattled in at 37:01 for a 3-3 scoreline, which is what we're starting on the scoreboard with for the third period. And we're a lot more lively now, Guy.
We are.
Because there's a silver medal on the line. And we're tied at 3. 20 minutes of ice hockey to decide who's coming second. Panthers win the draw. Julian Talbot. Oh, it's picked off. They try to clear it. We're being assessed offside, but this time the linesman's given us a chance to come back out. British linesman Danny Beresford's been here all week. We haven't seen him, of course.
Icing.
They've called them for icing there. I thought that was a 50-50 split all the way, but
yeah,
take the whistle, take the face off down there, and
it's a tight race, but I don't like that they wait for the last second to whistle it down. That's what causes bad hits and late hits.
Well, the whole point of that rule is to stop any form of contact.
Yeah.
Panthers win the draw again. Julian with 2 L's. Oh, Mark Matheson tried the little softy shot. Oh, swinging the stick behind him by Brian Connolly. That's offside. Brian Connolly swung the stick behind his back and it fortunately hit it. The Panthers fans, and we thank them for their support here in Denmark. We thank you for watching back home in your thousands. Thank you. We're entertaining everyone with a little bit of chanting and singing. I'm guessing the media were over there in the interval on the far side in the far corner. Right, the Belarusians, 3 of them deep in their territory, starting to bring it out. They lob it out.
Offside.
Mark Matheson looks at them as if to say, well, I know I was over the blue line when it hit me on the shoulder. So just to remind you, our linesmen today are from Denmark and Austria. Our referees are from Norway and Switzerland. Matheson goes for a little skate in his own end. That used to be the phrase for a heavyweight in the old days, didn't it? Yeah. Fancy a skate, Gratz. The real heavyweights in Mike Blaisdell's days. It's time to go for a skate. There wasn't a lot of skating.
No, not a lot of skating involved.
Mark Matheson takes it all the way down the right wing, slams the brakes on, it's squirted out. They've squirted it round the boards, and Ryan Horvat skips over his stick. Oh, we've lost a footing. They've still, well, the guy at the back door who's already scored a goal drifted to the middle channel.
That's a cross check on from Danny there. That's not been called. That's a break for us. Let's use it.
Well, I had to check the linesman. Laco's lost his stick. He goes for a change instead. Yes, he does. Panthers have the puck. So everyone on the ice will have a twig in their hands. Horvat hustles and bustles, gets help from Ollie Bettridge, pucks in the corner, the Belarusians tried to dig it out. Panthers superior numbers, briefly win possession, then they win it back. Lacrosse soccer ball skills.
Penalty coming on Ryan. I saw the guy fall. I didn't really see Ryan tripping him.
Well, hooking's going to be the call.
Hooking.
This game seems destined to be decided on a penalty influence goal.
Yeah, special teams.
2-minute penalty.
17:33 to go, third period. Panthers with a penalty kill to do. Get through this, good as a goal, build on it, take the silver medal. That's the game plan. I don't know what Danny Fick was moaning about, but he had a good moan there, telling the linesman what he was doing wrong. Danny Fick still having a chat to the linesman. I don't think he's offering to buy him a soda pop after the game.
No.
You have to have seen Slapshot to understand the reference. There's another movie for you. Oh, the Belarusians come out of it with the puck. Panthers with a tight little box. Julian Talbot can't stop the pass across. It's through. Panthers get a tip. Ollie from Mockbrook tries the dive, tries to get the poke on it. To the front. Panthers get a piece of it. He steps in, he rips one. It's ricocheted.
Great block by Guy.
Yeah, he took a lot of the goal away. Gilipin was awesome. There, number 71, Hiltonen, the Finn, tried to run Guy over and bounced off him in the middle of all of that. It's a big lad. We're halfway through the penalty kill. Referee, we used to do that at school. We used to get down on one knee behind someone and have a mate push them and then they'd fall over. The referee absolutely got down on his knees and took the bloke out from behind. He submarined him. I was watching the actual play, I wasn't looking at the screen, so I don't know if you got to see it at home. It could end up on a question of sport, what happened next? I think if the other ref had seen it, it would have been a penalty. Here we go. Air Force One shoots, glove save. Two great players. The goalie trust makes a glove save. Sam Hare is still saying he was slightly. No, he might be right. On it comes through. See if we get a replay of that one. He's saying there was some interference coming in from behind. A fan in a commemorative scarf and hat, I think he was Danish, was snogging his wife there on kiss cam. It's the big round. All right, the penalty's been killed. Matheson's got in there. Conley's got in there. They've got the puck though. Long range effort blocked by the shin pads of Dylan Marnquist. Ryan Horvat is assessed offside. We never did see a replay of that break-in. 15-10 to go. Still locked at 3. So they did have a full house yesterday for SønderjyskE's big game, the evening game. There was a handball game on. Denmark v Iceland on the telly. And that's why they didn't sell out apparently.
It was better this afternoon.
No,
it wasn't.
I didn't think. I got here for the second and third period, as you know. Came on the team bus. You came even earlier.
They announced 4,100. I think.
Yeah. Well, I thought there were more empty seats today. They've chipped it out. We've kept it in. Danny Fick. He's having a good game today. Danny Fick. No, I'm not saying he had a bad game, but he's having a particularly good game.
Yeah, he's chipping in offensively with Deutsch and DeSantis not in the lineup. He's playing on the power play. It's good to see Danny use his offensive skill.
Vadi Vonček the 24-year-old Belarusian, Igor Valivonchek, just got hit nice and clean by Gilipin, who else? And then he one-handed speared him in the back. That'll be icing. And you know the phrase, don't poke the bear with a sharp stick? It sprang to my mind, but nothing happened on it. But you know what, Guy's probably got a few years in, maybe their paths will cross on another day. Panthers get it in beyond the goal line. Brett Pellini gets onto it, keeps it beyond the goal line. George Golovkovs can't keep it. Nikita gets it out to point. Oh, the shot is blocked. Connolly turns it back. Panthers come in with a bit of speed. Pellini to Golovkovs. Golovkovs shoots. Blocked, could go anywhere. It's gone to the corner. We get to it first. Tolbert gets it in. Nikita fluffs it. Pellini to the front. Guy dives in. George is saying, where's the call for hooking? Nothing given.
Good shot, good chance by George there.
Yeah, good play by the Panthers. Nice little bit of momentum. Pellini tips it in, no icing. They get to it first. The backhand out to the wing. Golovkovs gets to it. Tries to backhand it to point. They get it down the ice. Matheson has to find some more oil in the engine, some more petrol, some more diesel, and he does do enough to get there, and now Pellini has a chance to clear it out. It's lobbed forward, gloved and put down on the ice by Jekkunen, Sami Jekkunen, the Finnish defenseman. Panthers short on bodies on defence. Tetlow getting the odd shift, mostly on penalty kill.
Yep.
And the other four rotating on and off the ice. For example, how long is it since I mentioned Guy Lepin's name? He's just come back on. With Danny Figg. Nice hard pass through the middle. Ricochets around like a pinball, but it's ended up with Robert Lakovitz. 10 years a Panther. That's 10 full seasons. He's actually had a bit longer. Sent him off to Manchester in the middle of there to get a little bit of experience. Panthers on a big conga as they're coming round the ice. I don't know if the cameraman will pick up on it. I'm not sure Professor Allen, the senior volunteer on YouTube duties, has even noticed. Malmqvist comes in, soft shot, doesn't get a hold of it. Film them. There's the Panthers fans celebrating a successful weekend of watching ice hockey. Meanwhile, the action's going on behind them. Panthers are doing their best. Not every Panthers fan there, and a lot of Danish fans have joined in. And it's lobbed and hits the glass. Fans are right behind us. The conga, ladies and gentlemen, is stretching more than halfway round the building. Up and down the stands. The home fans have joined in. Some of the Polish fans have joined in. And others are clapping them as they make their way round the building. Big shot comes in, Jackson Whistle makes the save, the loose puck in front. George Golovkovs goes to get it in the corner. I'm trying to keep an eye on the conga and the action all at once. Shot comes in, that was seen late by Jackson Whistle. He slid across and showed why he's been a number one in the Elite League in the past. Julian Tolbert stretches, can't get to it. Brett Pellini stretches, can get to it. He's corralled the puck. He's got control of it. He stick handles his way through and they just pick it off and take it down. The conga we mentioned is still passing behind us. The front of the conga is back in the Panthers corner and the back of the conga is just passing the Zamboni entrance now. They've had a good weekend in Denmark. We might not be bringing the gold home. We might not be bringing a place in the Champions Hockey League home. But the fans have been popular. Danny Fick gets a chance, shoots, and the keeper sends it upstairs into the netting. .10:07 to go in the match. The conga has got back to base. The disc jockey's found his conga record. And the back of the conga is just passing us on the far blue line from where they're watching the game from. Meanwhile, out on the ice, it's still 3-3. Guy Lepin seals his man to the boards, staples him there. We've got a chance, we're onside, we can't reach it. They've got it forward. Guy was offside. Suslo. Psycho Suslo, as he's known to his very close friends that he hasn't even met. What are you shaking your head for? Less than 10 miles to go, we're locked at 3-3. Very disappointed that Gordon didn't join in the conga. I mean, just because his foot's still in a boot, you know, to protect it. He just sat there. I mean, he was clapping, he was joining in. He comes into the office to help us with some money counting duties as a volunteer and what have you. But, you know, it would have been fun to see him on the conga. He's only got one leg to start with, obviously. Oh, they've come in 3-on-1. Big dive. Who else? Leppy. Guy Lepin. Guy right in front.
Big save by Jackson there.
Yeah,
the Belarusians are using. We're getting aggressive with the puck, and we're obviously going to make some turnovers. So we have to be careful. The Belarusians are very good on the counter-attack.
Good shot. It was 15 who made the shot. Malinovsky. Panthers win the draw. Mark Matheson. Now Ollie Bettridge on the feed from Horvat. Gives it back. Horvat shoots. Stick to the corner, to the boards. Panthers really pushing the pressure, pushing the buttons at the moment. Nikita gets it down. Conley can't steal it. Little bit of physical touching. Ollie Bettridge doesn't give up. He hasn't got it, but the cavalry arrives in the shape of Ryan Horvat. Look at the pressure they're putting on. This is a, you know, a last game of the tournament. They can't win the tournament, and that is aggressive forechecking.
Yeah, the guys are really playing hard.
By two tired teams. I know they're as tired as us, but we are, you know, physically tired. Pad save, rebound to the front. No one had the legs to get there. Icing's the whistle, so they can't change. We can.
Tim's trying to get some fresh legs on the ice quick so we can capitalize on this this tired line from Neman Grodno.
Baden sends it round. Danny Fick picks it off, tries to throw it in, it hits a stick. Brett Pellini spins and shoots, and it's gone just wide. Julian Talbot gets it back to Guy Lepin. It would be so choice if he could be the decisive factor. This time the goalkeeper gloves it, trusts himself to hang on. 8:08 to go, tidy time check time. We're sponsored by Blueprint Banners on Thursday when we have our homecoming game. Dress up as a movie star if you want to. You don't have to, obviously. It's entirely up to you. It's not a fancy dress party. Well, it would have been. It's more of a, yeah, they've worked their socks off. They've done 9 periods of hard hockey. They've done their best. We got some lovely messages saying what a game yesterday's was from other teams in the league, saying they'd enjoyed the coverage and watched it. Well done, Panthers. Give it one more go. As it was, the Poles couldn't give us a chance. Can Panthers win this puck? No, they win it. Panthers bring it forward. Mark Matheson goes down on one knee, can't recover in time. The Belarusians send it forward. Stick comes in from Golovkov. That disrupts it. Jackson Whistle has to kick it when he doesn't get it with his skate. Gets help from Connolly. Matheson doesn't see the red-shirted Belarusian goal scorer in the way. And they've turned it to the defence, and they're coming from the back. This game is so wide open.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big applause for the fantastic audience from Neman Grodno.
Panthers lob it forward, and we get done for Ison and Jake Hansen. You never know when they're going to say, at what point is the defenseman in front of the D-mark.
It's supposed to be the hash mark, but I feel like they've been leaving it really late in this, not only today.
And in the 50-50 competition, the winning number is white 309, white 309.
So Panthers have got 7 minutes bar a second to try and find the winner in this one. We're locked at 3 apiece. Hansen, Horvat and Herr have brought Panthers back onto the plateau at the top of the mountain. Well, we're so fortunate that Suslo fanned on the shot. Both sides have certainly come out third period and decided, well, we're going for this.
Yeah, both sides are working hard. It's a little bit maybe more structured than it was in the second, and definitely more disciplined.
And there are mistakes being done because people are tired.
Yeah.
Jake Hansen there is looking at the stick and thinking, how did I get that wrong?
Yeah.
He got it wrong, son, because you're shattered. Lakovic throws it in on the backhand, goes after it himself. Baden fires it round the boards. John Rowe uses his body to keep it in the attack zone. Lakovic in a little fishing battle on the boards. They win it, they get it down the ice. Danny Fick takes his man out. Guy Lepin leaves his man on the ice. Danny Fick ran into the guy's drop stick, totally accidentally. He wasn't even looking, he was looking across the ice. Might that be icing? I might be right.
Icing.
5:29 to go. I've lost. Are we using 3 lines? I don't think we are. We're losing like
we're
2
rolling,
and a bit.
Yeah, we're rolling a little bit short here, especially on D. I think Tim and Rick want to go for this silver medal. They're not going to be happy just to see this one through.
They've just iced it again. They're getting tired as well. You do that when you're tired.
Yeah.
You might not be able to change and get fresh legs out there, but you can have a breather. And just looking at them, the guy who iced it is leaning on his stick. Nikita Remozov, well, he's 30 years old as well. It's time to hang him up, son. He's got a warning now. Despite all the warnings we've seen in, 6 games, 18 periods of hockey, bar 5 minutes, I haven't seen one face-off violation penalty.
No, they're not really interested in calling those kinds of penalties.
Just don't understand why they do the warnings. Sent round the back, Polini knows it's coming, gets to it, gives it to Point. Connolly turns it just inside. Golovkov shoots. Hits our leg pads. The leg pads are Julian Talbot. Connolly just steers it across to the left wing. Panthers trying to send it in low. Julian Talbot's got it. Sent across to the corner. Baden makes a mess of it. Golovkov gets there. Connolly gives it to the left wing. D to Matheson. Sent round the back. Julian Talbot tries to come round his man. They've sent it back into a dangerous area in that it went to the corner. Snapshot off the left wing. Rybet Polini bounces once on the way and the keeper makes the save. 4 miles and 12 bits of change to go.
Yeah, we're really good at tiring teams down like this with our offensive zone possession and our cycling. I'd like to see maybe a few offensive zone changes so we can get some fresh legs out there and really like take it to them, because now that line from Neman Grodno was dead. They were standing still there.
Which of these two former Continental Cup champions is going to win the silver medal in the 2020 Super Final? Our opponents today won the Continental Cup in season 2014-15, and we won it in January 2017. That was a night.
I bet it was.
Oh. Huge result for British ice hockey though. Great job by Danny Fick, backhands it one side of the play. Now he's making a nuisance and wins the puck. The guy tries to pick a pocket or two. Danny goes down, the guy goes down. No penalties coming. It's sent down the ice and they'll whistle Panthers for... No, they've waved it off. Well, the linesman to our right was making the signal for icing. Panthers are trying to change at the back door very quickly so that they got... Maybe he's away with one or two fresh legs. There's no whistle. They've put the whistles away a little bit.
Yeah, they have. It's
3 minutes to go. Conley turns it to the corner. Lakovic rubs the man out of the play by accident, of course. No cost call. Conley gets it to Betteridge. Betteridge brings it in. Oh, it rolled up the tape and he didn't get good on it, but he plays it back to the D. Everyone has to come out. He won't like that, but it means Panthers still have possession with Gielepin out to just behind Betteridge. He has to send it into the corner. Brit to Brit if Lakovic can win it. He's got two Neman Grodno players. Panthers, Betteridge trying to get the back door. It's there. Oh, it goes through the 5-hole and comes out the side hole. Panthers keep it in the zone. Gielepin dishes it off to the left wing. Oh, George Golovkov's faked the... Oh, sorry, it was Julian Talbot. Faked the wind-up for the big shot. Might have worked.
Yeah.
2 minutes remaining of the third period. 2 minutes.
There's the 2-minute warning. Panthers have a chance to get to it. Guy wraps his arms around Danny Fick. They're very affectionate sometimes, these hockey players. Golovkov's gets the wheels going. It's pushed into the boards. Still keeps going. Takes the puck away from Nikita. Four officials on the ice. It always makes me wonder when a player has dropped a stick why one of them can't pick it up, because it's a safety issue, isn't it?
Well, it can affect the play too.
Panthers work their way to the front. Backhand shot just wide. Brett Bellini wins it back, gives it to the front. Panthers shoot. 5-0. George Golovkov dives on the ice in celebration. 70 seconds to go. George Golovkov pulls the trigger and pulls Panthers into pole position for the silver medal at the 2020 Continental Cup Super Finals weekend.
Great goal there by George. Got open in the slot and put it 5-0. He didn't hesitate on the shot like you've been saying, Gary. He just let it go right away. Great work by Pearls.
Great shift by all five, Bellini in particular, and then George Golovkov.
You didn't see the celebration on screen, but George might have toe-picked and slid on his belly for a little bit.
I meant to dive and go face down.
Assisted by player number 9, Brett Bellini.
64 seconds to go after the puck goes into our bench, and the flag made another entrance here. Now, 64 seconds. I'd be tempted to take a time out and just settle nerves and rest legs, and Panthers don't get it out the zone, you see there. Jackson whistle. Little juggle.
I would think they will take a timeout here with an offensive zone face-off.
Well, they're going to put. Yeah, they have. They've just signalled. Belarusians take the timeout. They're going to pull the keeper for a face-off in our end. 57.7 seconds to go. They'll know not to give up, because it's been known for teams to score the winning goal in regulation with 0.3 seconds left on the clock. Have you ever heard of that?
That's a close one. I don't know if I've ever heard of a closer goal than
And I
that.
love it when the guy that scores it, Captain Marvel, Air Force One. All right, I'm going to stick with these movie puns. When he turned around and said, "I knew how much time was left on the clock."
He pretended like he knew he had time to stick handle it once and put it exactly where he wanted.
That's got to be a new record for us, because Robert Nordmark put us into the playoffs one year with a big blast from point, the big Swedish defenseman, or it's Finnish or Swedish, Scandinavian, as we look at the goal. At Newcastle with 0.4 seconds left.
Wow.
We came from behind there to do that. That was a night to remember. David Clark played for Newcastle that night. Face was a picture. All right, face off to the left. Jackson Whistle, Panthers, with the best just part of a 7-goal thriller in the silver medal game. Panthers send it round. Jake Hansen gets it over the blue line. Dylan Malmquist tries to lob the big defenseman. He gets his glove up and stops it going towards the empty net. 44 seconds to go. Neman, Grodno at the wrong end of the ice from their perspective. We're exactly where we wanted them to. They're over halfway. They've got it into the attack zone. Gielepin gets enough of it just to break up the attack. He twice tries to clear it. He hustles and bustles. Dylan Malmquist took a tumble. There's a high stick there, that won't be called. They've got it back to point. They're looking to tee it up. Last 17 seconds. It's across the back. It's through to the front. The guy's got a chance. It's blocked. It's missed. Last 8 seconds. It's through traffic. It hits the leg of Dylan Malmquist. Captain Sam Herr from his own end, just wide. The woot is gone. There's no icing whistle. Panthers take the silver medal, and 1 or 2 of the fans have taken their shirts off to celebrate at the Nottingham end. Huge drama. Well, isn't there always when we play abroad with the Nottingham Panthers? Massive save, massive blocks. We came from behind, we did it again. Good tournament overall, not the results we wanted, not the outcome we wanted, Guy, but
not the medal color we wanted, but I gotta say I'm pretty. There's some things in our game that I'm disappointed with, obviously, but I'm pretty proud with the effort. I'm pretty proud with the resilience of this group. We were down yesterday, we were down today, and we found a way to win both games. That's something to build on for the rest of the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, our good colleagues from Denmark, we say thank you to them. They'll keep the cameras going. You'll be able to watch the end of this match ceremony and then the medal ceremony. Panthers have taken silver at the 2020 Continental Cup Super Final. Hope you enjoyed the pictures, hope you've enjoyed our coverage. From Guy Doucet and Gary Brand, whether you've been watching at the Legend or in your own homes and your own lounges, thanks for your support. Thanks to the fantastic travelling fans, and we're travelling back tomorrow. We'll see you Thursday against Glasgow in the Elite League, the homecoming game where every one of those gold-coloured, Oscar-coloured shirts down there is up for grabs in the shirt raffle. And if you dress up nice and Pause likes you, you could, well, get Captain Marvel's shirt, Sam Herr. Danny Fick deservedly gets man of the match tonight. You've been stars. They've not been quite the stars we wanted, but they battled hard. They're battered, they're bruised, and they're bringing home silver medals, and we'll see you on Thursday. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye for now.
And line up for the national anthem, please. Helmets off. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the United Kingdom. Og mine damer og herrer, i løbet af 5-10 minutter, så skulle vi gerne være klar til den anden ceremoni. The ceremony will start in 5 to 10 minutes. It's a goalie, a defenseman, and a forward. The best goaltender is from Neman, Grodno, number 79, Victor Shoes. gentlemen, the best defenseman, he is from SønderjyskE, player number 4, is from Nottingham Panthers, number 41, we continue now with the awarding of the bronze medals to the third place team of Neman Grodno. The bronze medals will be presented by Mr. SønderjyskE, chairman of SønderjyskE Ishockey, and Mr. Hans Peter, mayor of Haderslev Municipality. Ladies and gentlemen, and now Neman Grodno will be presented with the third place trophy. We ask the captain, player number 89, Mr. Turkin, to approach.